Hey, coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada today. We're at the Multifamily Wealth Project Conference, which actually starts tomorrow. By the time you listen to this, it'll already be started. But excited for this conference. It's the first time that I've sponsored an event. So, we're going to have a booth and a lot of people running around. So if you're here at the Multifamily Wealth Project Conference, come say hi, come find me at the booth. I'll be wearing some really, really cool Tribe of Titans swag. And, you could be wearing some of the really cool swag too. But anyway, that's really not what I wanted to talk about today. What I want to talk about is something that I learned, in the military. I was 20 years active duty, Marine Corps. And one thing that was stressed continually is to have a bias for action. Something I talk about a lot is trying to have your ducks in a row when you call brokers. Have your ducks in a row when you call, be prepared for the conversations and everything. And so like when you're talking with a broker, ideally, and this is the ideally you have everything lined up. Okay, you know where your debt's coming from, where your equity is coming from, and you're confident that both of those are going to be there. You know what your deal size is, your criteria, everything else, your team's assembled, everything is in place. All right, if you call the broker, you are a viable buyer, and the broker is going to should give you time, unless you're, kind of a jerk or something, but the broker should give you time. All right. And they should start sending you properties. All right. So that's the idea. Now, obviously, the better prepared you are, the better the conversation with the brokers is going to be, the better the conversations with, lenders, everybody you're talking with is going to be. However, do you have to have all of your ducks in a row to be able to start? No, is the answer. Okay. Plain and simply, no, you don't. All right. I probably had 0 ducks in a row on my first call. And, I was so naive with respect to the business that I didn't even know, what game the brokers were playing. They were playing a game and I had no idea, right? So I think a little bit of preparation is good. So if you're looking for deals, right, what you need to have done before you call the broker, I would say one thing, have your deal criteria. That's it. Okay, have your deal criteria. Now, everything else is good to have. If you have partners built up, if you've got, investors lined up, if you've talked to brokers about equity sources and you know that you have the right people in place to qualify for the loan, that's better. Every one of those ducks, that you have lined up puts you in a much stronger position to start talking with the brokers. All right. And I'm just using the brokers as an example. I think this goes for everything. But the fact is, you're going to learn more by doing than you'll ever learn by trying to get those ducks in a row. Okay. And I think that's more important than the preparation. Okay. So I would suggest, having a couple ducks in a row and start making phone calls. Like I said, it's better if you have them all, but have a couple ducks in a row, start making the phone calls, start talking to brokers. Same thing applies to when you're talking to your, friends and family about investing. You don't have to have all the answers. Just start talking to them about it. All right. And something you're going to realize is people are going to start asking you questions, and pay attention to what questions people ask, especially the ones that frequently come up. So if somebody frequently asks, if you get the same question from 5 different people, in your first 10 conversations, adjust your pitch, adjust your conversation a little bit to answer that question before they ask it. So if they're asking, hey, how safe is this? If you get that question 5 times out of your first 10 conversations, now when you start talking to people, key in on that and say, hey, this is a completely safe investment. It's backed by real estate. Okay. And work that in. But end of the day, when it comes down to being completely prepared or just jumping in and doing things, lean towards jumping in and doing things. Okay. Be as prepared as possible, but at some point, you just got to jump in with both feet. Anyway, that's it for today. Like I said, if you're in Vegas at the Multifamily Wealth Conference this week, or if you're in Phoenix at the Vertical Street Ventures Conference this weekend, come find me and let's chat.
Hey, if you like that episode, make sure to subscribe. But more importantly, if you haven't joined our multifamily educational community yet, which we call the Tribe of Titans, you are missing out. Get 30 days free by clicking the link in the description to this episode, or go to thetribeoftitans.info, and we'll see you there.